Welcome back, everyone. It is time for Monday Motivation, and we are so happy to have our resident transformational leadership coach, Carole Mendoza, back with us. We are talking today about the power of affirmations and how they can shape our reality. As we talk about the power of affirmations, can you start by explaining why the words that we speak to ourselves are so very important?
Oh my gosh, they really are. You know, one of my favorite verses from one of my favorite books is that, you know, words can kill, words can give life, they can be fruit or they can be poison, and you get to choose. And I think to myself, how much poison am I giving myself today, right? Because every time we say, oh, I can't, or I'm not able to, or never, or things just aren't getting any better, or we just fall into that trap of agreeing with someone who's maybe not thinking so great, we put ourselves into a little bit of a bind, I think, and we're giving ourselves a little poison.
Well, you know, I prefer the fruity version
I do too.
of words when I look in the mirror each day. And I know sometimes that it can be very difficult. What does the process look like for you in terms of how you start your day and affirmations?
Oh, yeah. So for me, I take the time to really think about the person that I'm becoming. I mean, we talked about this a little bit last week, how it's important to look at where you're going, not where you are. Look at what you are attempting to accomplish, not where you're maybe at currently. And so I look at that and I think about, how am I going to speak about my future? How am I going to speak about the person that I'm becoming?
Can you explain why we need to be consistent in the practice of affirmations?
Absolutely. If you are not consistently speaking those affirmations, then you're allowing something else to get in there. I think that affirmations work, but they need to also be connected a little bit deeper to your core values and your beliefs. That's when they get really effective.
Well, give us some practical steps for our viewers as they're watching right now, Carole, that they can take on a daily basis.
So the first thing that I would say is to really look at your core values and determine which are the ones that really matter to you most. Once you know what those core values are, then you start to build your affirmations around them. It's also important to be careful about how you say the affirmation, right? So a lot of times I hear people say a positive affirmation of, I'm getting out of debt. But that's really not so positive because you're actually thinking on debt. So a better way to say would be, I am making better financial decisions so that I am moving closer to financial freedom. That would be a way to create that affirmation. And repeating them daily is super important.
But we want to make sure that our viewers will have something to look ahead to. What can you give them? And we can even post this for them on our website.
Yes. So I have, you know, a list of the 50 most common values. So take a look at that list, knock it down into 25, then knock that 25 down to 15, then down to 10, and then down to the top 5. Take that top 5, build your affirmations around that, and then start practicing.
All right, great advice. We always enjoy having you. Thank you so much, Carole.
You are so welcome.
All right, everybody, you can take the core values exercise that Carole just mentioned simply by going to WSAV.com/core values.